Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Focusing in on another interesting viewer question, and that is how to get out of the sort of trigger of button pushing that a narcissist or a psychopath, sort of an obsessive person, will encourage in their life. So they constantly feel triggered, they constantly feel like they're pushing their buttons, and they really don't have any control. So I want to address that and how to sort of release these triggers that tend to occur. Realize that when the narcissist first had control over you, they were able to push your buttons. They were able to fill a need. They were able to fill a void. They were able to be there for you in a specific way that you felt was lacking in your life. Perhaps you felt that you didn't have this quality within you, so you admired the narcissist for some way. You admired the psychopath. You felt that they were your perfect complement, the perfect match. They took your love life to the next level. They gave you a great outlet, a great escape. And, you really, really then sort of began to envision a future with this person. You began to really feel like this person will be a real true part of my life. This joy, this happiness, this sort of extremely pleasurable experience, this kick butt relationship that is just like my fantasy partner, who really gets my goat. This sort of feeling like, wow, this is really intense. I really enjoy this, and this is quote unquote bringing out the best of me, or this is bringing out the most passionate of me, or this is bringing out the most sexual in me. So when we talk about this button pushing, the narcissist and the psychopath are very adept at button pushing. And they do this by their ability to read others. They have a heightened sense of awareness of how to control others. They very much strive every day with an insatiable need to get their own high from controlling other people. So very much like Sam Vatkin says, it's very much like an alcoholic who, cannot function without alcohol. I mean, they're just trying to, get through the day and drink themselves to the bottom of a bottle. And they need that intoxication. They need that alcohol. They need their central nervous system, dumbed down by that intoxicant. They need that loss of control that comes with drinking and that powerlessness. But in essence, then, they become powerless over that alcohol. And eventually it will ruin their life. But they have that insatiable need. They have this craving. They have this drive, which they are powerless over, to get that hands on that alcohol. And they will do whatever it takes. They'll go around to different liquor stores. They'll hide it from their family. They'll be covering up a trail. So realize that a narcissist or psychopathic abuser very much has the same drive. So not really to live their life in a sort of genuine way. They need to live, a genuine, authentic way, which is based on certain accomplishments or certain goals, or certain missions that they feel inherent to them, things that they want to bring about, which is a very different experience. It's a very they have an insatiable need. Part of their daily sort of goal, if you will, approach to life, approach to relationships, is really that of control, power, and manipulation. So they right away will be looking at that sort of dominance. They will be looking almost as it's not even a competition. It's very much a drive to control others and really surround themselves with a sense of supply. So they feed from the reactions of others. So that's what they're looking for. Rather than, they have an external locus of control. So external, outside of themselves, locus, which means the location, and then control. So they are very much, they're not self-directed in terms of just going about their day. And for many people who are driven, they're working, and they're not really attached to the people in their environment or their reactions, their responses. They're self-driven, self-directed, self-dependent. They're relying on themselves, and then they interact with others from that location of security, self-esteem, self-confidence, self-knowledge that exists within them. Now, the narcissist and the psychopath, they do not enter into relationships work environments, business relationships, etc., with that same sort of security. They are looking at creating, they're constantly looking for reactions from other people, support, supply, if you will. Reactions. Am I getting, a positive this? Am I getting a positive that? I have such a need to be liked. I have such a need to be admired. I need to have, the people who I control with sexual arousal, the people who I can smack on the butt, who I can call nicknames, who I can grab their face and maul them down, at inappropriate times, who I can, suck off of, keep, at a dog a dog leash length, so that I can basically pull them and then they'll be here. So they very much like to pull these strings. They very much like to push buttons. So they will trigger you off, and really tell you the things that you want to hear. So what's confusing and, or in the state of fear, when they're trying to berate you and belittle you, condescend, keep you down, hold you back, is when they tell you things really, to keep you down and to keep you separated. And they'll, for example, you're going after a big project, it's a very important work day, and then they're going to want to take you out, get you drunk, you're throwing up or whatever it is that they're trying to get you off of your, off of your A game, if you will, off of your focus, so that they can then, sabotage you, calling you at times when you need to be working, texting you at times when you need to be sleeping, really sort of getting in your out of your normal feng shui of your flow of your day or your work environment, and getting you to be disrupted, distracted, and off track. So this is the button pushing that they will definitely engender in both ways. So and they know very much so that they are telling people what they want to hear. They know that they are coming up with these statements designed to arouse you, etc., push your buttons. So people then get conditioned, habituated to this. So it becomes a habit, which people then lose control over. When we talk about losing your boundaries or a part of you, your identity gets tied up in this button pushing with this person. So you feel like, you're just part of this person. Your emotions are inextricably bonded to this person, and so you really lose focus and self-control, self-direction when this person is pushing your buttons and keeping you triggered. And realize that no one can push your buttons without your control. No one can really trigger you without, no one can push your buttons without you giving them permission to do so. No one can trigger you without your allowing it. So if you are finding yourself triggered, having your buttons pushed by this person, realize that you have given them this position of control over you. Unbeknownst to you, hitherto before in the relationship, prior to your understanding of this dynamic of this person, you thought that this was what was required, part of the relationship dynamics for you to have that reactivity. Unplug from them, realize that this person no longer, in essence, in reality, does have control over you. You have control over you. It is in essence how your body is reacting to them. It is how you are perceiving them, the meaning that you're assigning to them, which has responsibility for how you feel. So once you're able to really sort of minimize them or see them for really in the reality, and this is, once you're letting go of the denial, once you're in reality to see this type of person for who they are, the abuser that they are, the manipulator, controller that they are, and realize that that is in essence what they thrive off of and not what you thrive off of. In fact, you don't thrive. You're living on a lower nature when you're with this person. So a good question to ask yourself: when I'm with this person, am I being energized? Am I living from my higher nature? Am I getting am I expanding and growing in my life? Am I, living in essence more secure, more carefree? Or does this person make me feel like I'm living from my lower nature? Like I'm really sort of unhappy, groveling, brooding, Are they causing me to stay down in that lower nature? Are they pulling out that part of me? Or are they pulling out my higher nature? Are they getting me to really become my best and really be happy, really live joyfully, really, have a happy experience and more living in that abundant sort of awesome experience in life? Or are they getting me to feel and experience a sense of fear, lack, concern, shame? So if you can ask yourself these questions, I think it'll be very clear to you. And so you want to proceed along the line of, if this person is causing, pushing these buttons on me, they're causing me to live from my lower nature, constantly feeling persecuted, shamed by them, humiliated, embarrassed, I'm basically, at their expense, my feelings are sacrificed at their expense, then you absolutely positively need to let them go. They're a toxic person. And really, no matter what their, no matter what their role is in your life, husband, mother, father, sibling, if they're having that deleterious, toxic effect where they're constantly pushing your buttons and you're feeling uncomfortable, agitated, fearful, and they're connected to you in that way in a traumatic bond, it's important to let them go. Realize that you have your own meaning that you assign to experiences in life. You have your own intimate connection. They don't own your perspective, your reality, your well-being. You own it. You have dominion over your own cells in your body, your own perspective, and your own emotions. So individuating and then getting back in touch with that feeling of safety, security, happiness, and wholeness, and integrity, which means having a sense of internal ethics and knowing that no one can get you off of that foundation of security, perspective, and values which you have, which are probably very much contrary to the values of a narcissistic abuser. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.